Everybody, today we're going to be discussing the new fabled hero that just came out, nüwa demon. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so like I said in the little intro, today we're going to be going into the new immortal, or new demon that they just released, one of the fabled ones, which that is nüwa. Before we get into that, got to get into the usual shenanigans. This video is sponsored by AppCoins. We're using my code EGNEX. You can get anywhere from 5 to 65% off all in-game purchases. This is a great way to be able to pay for these different heroes and such. So it's a great way to save money. A full description how to do so will be down in the description down below. But yeah, it's only available for Android, so just download the AppCoins app, use my code EGNEX, and you can get anywhere from 5 to 65% off all in-game purchases. As well as that, in the description down below will be a link to my Discord, where we just have a great community of people between different games and such. We sometimes do voice calls and such, and it's just a great way to go and connect with some of the other community and whatnot. As well as that, there is a large number of people that watch my videos on a weekly basis that are not subscribed. Please hit that subscribe, hit that like. It really helps out the channel, lets me know what kind of content you guys want, and just really helps all together for me to progress. All right, so let's get right into it. All right, so Alright, so it has a normal attack, which is just a single attack that does 100% magic damage. And then its skill heals all enemies with the amount of 60% of attack with a 50% chance to remove a debuff and increase 20% of damage reduction for 2 turns, stackable. So it's actually a better healer than the last one that we got, which was the Zhongliang. It is a better healer than that one overall. The one thing that does kind of suck though is it doesn't add rage to each attack, so you kind of need to have heroes that are self-sustaining with gaining rage back themselves. Alright, and then we'll get into the heroic. Heroic 5-star heals 5% of HP whenever a shield disappears from a friendly officer up to 10 times per turn, with additional 10% to regain 1 rage up to 4 times per turn. And then it has the Heroic Soul 10-star. Boosts the 11-star talent, grants a 15% damage reduction for each active buff, capped at 75%. Boosts the 16 star talent. Can now be revived twice per battle. And then you have a 15-star. When a control effect targets a friendly officer, it transfers to the enemy officer with the highest attack instead. Triggers up to 2 times per turn. And then 20-star, when a friendly officer with the shield is attacked 2 times, the next damage they take will be capped at 25% of their max HP. Can trigger 3 times per officer per turn. And then you have your talents, which 9-star is reduces the first 6 damages taken by 99%. That's pretty huge. Obviously, so it makes it so that the first 6 attacks it gets, it's just basically nothing. Famed 1-star. When healing, every buff on target increases damage reduction by 10% up to 30%, last 2 turns. And then at Famed 3-star, increases the probability of removing a debuff to 100%. If no debuffs are active, the target gains a 20% damage reduction that is stackable instead and lasts for 2 turns. So then you get the 20% that you get from your Heroic Soul as well, so it's up to a 40% damage reduction. That is stackable. And then you have the Divine 1-star activation. Immediately revives a friendly fallen officer and heals them to full HP. Can only be triggered once per battle. Another nice thing, especially when you're going up against some of the tougher opponents. Then we get into the Martial Souls. After casting the skill, the target gains Glass Light, an inspellable shield, for 2 turns equaling 40% of their max HP, does not stack. If the target takes damage but does not break the shield, it refreshes and increases the amount absorbed by 10% of the target's max HP up to 100%. After refreshing 10 times, the shield will disappear after. Then a friendly officer affected by Gaslight takes damage. There's a 50% chance to reduce the damage taken by 30%. And then for Martial Soul 3, increases the base HP of Gaslight by 50% and causes the shield to gain the Gaslight Reflect effect, returning 20% of all damage taken back to the random enemy officer. For the first 4 turns, when a friendly officer has an active Gaslight, every debuff they obtain will grant 1 stack Bulwark, 20% of max HP, undispellable and stackable, triggers up to 3 times per officer, lasts 1 turn. And then, if you'll let me scroll down, there we go. And then for 5, increases the base HP of Gaslight by 60%, the damage reduction chance to 70%, the damage reduction from 30 to 50%. All friendly officers receive Gaslight when they enter the field, including at the battle start or when they revive. Triggers up to 3 times per battle. Alright, so what does this all really mean? So, with the Gaslight effect, basically what it does is it adds a shield basically to your people, which gives you the damage reduction as well. Like I said earlier, the one bad thing about this is, unlike Zhang Liang, it doesn't give you the rage increase, so you really have to pair it with characters that have a lot of high pursuit and are able to continuously regain their own rage. Which is why right now I have 2 healers running, which is not ideal, so I wouldn't suggest that. But for right now, until they probably come out with another character that's a high self-sufficient on rage, it's probably going to be my best bet for now. On the other hand, I could also put in, I forget it, what is it? Quile, or Zio Quile, however you pronounce that, which would also probably help out a lot with that as far as being able to regain rage for various enemies. But I figured since I already have 3 self-sufficient characters for regaining their own rage, that it wouldn't really benefit either way. And since one already dispels, I was like, so. But overall, it's an amazing healer. It is by far the strongest healer that we have, plus with a higher martial soul of being able to reflect damage back and such. That's a huge bonus. So overall, I think it's a good purchase. I wish that they kind of had it to where it could pair in a little bit better, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody else has found a better setup and line up with them. If so, I'd be very interested to hear that in the comments. But all right, that's about all I got for you guys today. Aiden is out. We'll see you in the next one.